Again, welcome to the book club. Today we're discussing Illegal Affairs by Shelia Dansby Harvey. And Sheila is with us today. So Sheila, just kind of bring us up to speed on the characters.
Okay, well, first I want to thank you guys for reading the book because I really appreciate it. And for a writer, there is nothing like having people read your book and want to talk about it. I really, really love it. So the book is set in Texas. It's a law school setting. And you have several main characters, lots of characters, so you have to be the kind of person who likes a lot going on in a book to enjoy this book. You have Callie Stevens, who comes to law school. They're all, I think all the main characters are in their 30s. Callie comes, she's smart, she's kind of a low-key sweet girl, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
A sweet
Very.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Keith. Keith is a nice guy, right? You have this guy Keith from Atlanta, and he comes, and he's got some secrets in his past that he's trying to reconcile. You've got Omar. What y'all think about Omar? The stud. Okay, Omar the sexy, intelligent. Well, he's egotistical, but come on now.
Stud
okay.
and a dog.
A stud dog. Okay, sexy. I keep coming back to sexy. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, and okay, so you guys threw me off. Omar. Oh, Raven. How could I forget Raven? You have Raven Holloway. Mm-hmm. And this book actually has turned out to be the first book in the what turned out to be the Raven Holloway mystery series. So how would you describe Raven? I mean, what's she like?
Over the top. The B word.
The B word. The B word.
She was independent. She wanted what she wanted. She always got what she wanted, and nothing was ever enough.
A bad girl.
Yes.
She's a bad girl.
Raven was, if all those characteristics had been on a man, we would be saying he was over the top. He would be the real stud. So she had, I think so, because she was focused on success. And I think that the reason we disliked her so much was because it was in a female's body and not in a man's body.
But anyway, the setting is a law school setting. All these people come to law school. They get there. They become instant friends, right? Pretty much. And they're people you would want to be around. They're witty. They're intelligent. They're good looking. Seem to be kind-hearted. But they all have their secrets, right? And so once the sexual and the academic competition heats up, you get to see the true character of the people. You get to see the true character of the people. And so now if I may, just kind of ask who you like, who you don't like, or what you think about. What do you think about Callie?
I thought Callie was very smart, but she was a little naive. Even when the truth was right there in her face, she just chose to see the good.
Because even though she chose to see the good, it was part of her makeup and personality, and she was the one that helped everybody else transcend. The characters and the relationships kind of revolved around her empathy and goodness to me, because I thought that was the center, even though Raven was the one that really became the center. We all rooted for Callie. I did.
Did everybody root for Callie? Rachel?
I did root for Callie because, to me, Callie was very strong. I do admit she was naive. She was incredibly naive at times to me. But she was made of more than what I think the reader and her friends thought. I mean, she was a very strong. And there were things about Raven I liked, but as a person overall, I did not like Raven.
You have to wonder about a person whose mother doesn't like them. You know, I picked up the Soros, didn't like it, but her mother had issues with her. She was nasty. She was vindictive. I'm talking about the Raven.
Oh, okay.
And I loved her. She's what kept me reading the book. You know, Callie was great, sweet, kind, nice, everything that I know I should have been and wasn't. But Raven kept Raven kept the book going, girl. I mean, to the end.
The characters you love to hate, they keep it going because you keep rooting for the ones you love to love, and you hope that they'll eventually be the person that the good will win overall. And it's like, okay, I got to get to the next page because I got to see if Kelly's ever going to wise up and get back at Raven. Is she going to ever tell her off? Is she ever going to do, it's like, so it's just I have to see what Raven's going to do next, or what bad thing is she going to do that is actually going to send Callie into actually defending herself or stop being so naive. It's like, oh, wait a minute, maybe she is a bee.
But then with Callie, she was she was naive to the point where when she saw the satin sheets in his hamper, the two
Now,
sets
what
of
were you
satin
talking
sheets.
about with Callie and Ray and Omar? I guess it was.
Callie and Omar were dating, and she was sleeping over a lot, and she was doing his laundry and cleaning his bathroom and cooking his meals and cleaning his apartment, which I thought was okay. But but she saw these sheets and they were dirty, and she never slept on them. They were satin sheets.
Well, see, that's why I couldn't. I really got very, very angry with Callie because I kept saying, "You're just too smart to be that stupid," you know. But Raven, I kept hoping that she would learn some lessons that would change her, and that I didn't see in the first book. So I'm glad to hear there's a series. Maybe she will. She'll do that. But I mean, I really could see. I mean, if your mother doesn't love you, what does that do to your personality? You know. So she made me very sad. I mean, and I kept hoping she'd learn some lessons.
Well, I picked up the mother had some issues, and Raven probably got some of that. Honestly,
Yeah, because wasn't her mom was like when she opened her gift and from Callie, her friend, her Christmas gift, the mother was like, "You have a friend,
a best friend,
a best friend."
Yeah,
And the baby brother died, and so the mom was angry. She wanted somebody to blame rather than herself. And so you hurt the people closest to you, and Raven was that person. So again, in her defense, you would have issues if your mom doesn't love you.
Going back to what she was saying about Raven and the baby died, I personally think that Raven had something to do with the baby dying, because when she was talking to Omar, she was saying, well, you know, they had another child and it died. And then he thought, well, it was, you know, she had a miscarriage or something.
I think she and Omar were,
they were at
wrote
the date.
the book. I should
no,
know,
they were
right?
they were out on their first date.
Right.
Yeah, they were out on their first date.
And he was just trying to gather information.
And she said it died. And he was like, oh, did anybody have a miscarriage? She was like, no, we have, you know, a perfect family. We're perfect. And we're healthy. We didn't have a miscarriage. It died.
And so she was talking about her own sibling.
And then he said, well, how old was the baby? She said 3. A 3 is not an it. I fell in love with Raven on that first date with Omar because they went, and I was so jealous of her because she could eat so much food. And she could eat so much, and oh my God, and she was so beautiful. And so, but I felt, because Omar, he was going to play the little game about, oh, I don't have any money. Oops, got a new wallet, left my money. And then she said, oh, I saw an ATM machine downstairs. Let me go get some money. And then she left, and that's when she saw the senator down in the
senator.
line.
We haven't talked about the senator. We haven't talked about Omar. So which one of those two y'all want to talk about first? Omar.
Before you view part 2 of this segment, be sure to pick up your copy of Illegal Affairs, available wherever books are sold. Also, check out the book club meetings for Bad Girls Finish First and All Sookie Sookie, Omar's Revenge.